welcome to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV with Tom and Tom. Welcome, Tommy Lipson.
Tommy, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good to have you back. And last time I saw you, kicked 5 goals.
Oh, yeah, that was a good day, wasn't it?
It was a good day. Ruined by a horrific injury. Of course, that was our last live call. Yeah, it's great to have you on the show.
Thanks, mate. Good to be here.
There's plenty of things we could discuss, but let's just stick to the footy. And how about the huge crowd here tonight at the Portman Hotel for
It's pretty insane,
the weekly roundup?
It's all happening.
It's about 5 times bigger than what it normally is.
Bingo night or something.
It's all happening down the port. Of course, Rosewater just a stone throw away down the road. Stone throw. You wondered where I was going, but hey, look, Div 6 is interesting because there's a couple of little statistics I'm going to throw at you, Tom. 5th place are 6 games behind 4th place. Have you ever seen that going into a final round?
No, I haven't actually. I looked at that in the paper on Saturday, so it's very well set.
Unique phenomenon.
Yeah.
And 9th place, just the 1 game behind 5th place. So you could get relegated or play finals based on what you do in round 18. So it's a huge week. Of course, we're covering round 17, previewing round 18, and there was one upset, so we'll start there. Probably the most interesting result was Brahma Lodge at home, proving hard to beat. Brahma Lodge 12-10-82, Woody South 7-15-57. So second beating 4th. Bit of a surprise?
Yeah, I think so. I think Woody South beat Brahma Lodge pretty easy earlier on in the year, so that is a surprise. I think they've only dropped 1 or 2 games for the year, so good win by Brahma Lodge if they're pushing for a top 3 spot. Yeah,
I'm not sure they'll get there. I think they're a bit far behind, but they're certainly going to have a home final in a couple of weeks' time, and that's a good place to start. For Brahma Lodge, again, it was Aloisi with 4. The only other multiple goal kicker was Cook. Plenty of people cooking down at Brahma Lodge, I suggest, and it's really edgy, isn't it? No, they've got a really nice kitchen, some beautiful restaurants.
Beautiful meals, schnitzels, steaks.
Yes, best players, Savage or Savage, Kazenza and Steele. Whilst on the Woody South side?
Woody South, we've got the goal kickers with Clark with 3, Sumner with 2, and a couple of singles there. Geotrakis, Daly, Matthews, Piercy and Haynes are the best players.
Nice work on the Geotrakis there, and big Clarkie there kicking 3. Really, the other interesting statistic from the game, Tommy, was same amount of scoring shots, but 25-point win there to the Lodge. Probably it could be a home ground thing, knowing where to have his shots from. A bit like the old Portland ground was always hard to play at, but yeah. So a really good win there to Brahma Lodge going. But the other 4 results, they were all predictable enough for mine. The Lions, the Roy Boys, they had moved into 5th with this win, and they'd be cock-a-hoop. That was my phone. That's a big fine. It was the Roy Boys, Fitzroy 14-14-98, Mawson Lakes 10-14-74, a solid 4-goal win, and pretty much all the damage was done to quarter time, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, I think so. It was past players' day, I reckon, for Fitzroy on the weekend, so obviously got up with a big crowd at home, so good win for them.
Yep, led by 3 goals, 2 at quarter time, and maintained that all day. Thanks to the likes of Whedon with 4, Pigliacelli with 3, Hutchinson with 2 and a host of singles. Smith, Nelson and Page were their better players.
Mawson Lakes, we've got Brown with 4, Ung with 2 and 3 or 4 singles there. Is it
Yep.
And best players were Mandrin, Delbridge, Carr and Willis.
No worries. Mitchell Park, only just got the chocolates. They've done a lot of that this year, and you know what? They've come from the clouds. They stay in finals contention. I've been down at Jeff's Cross. I'm fired tonight.
That's a zinger.
Zinger or finger? Zinger. Come on, we're having some fun. Mitchell Park 9-8-62, Adelaide Lutheran 7-10-52. Producers just no, boys, no. Halimi with 4 for Mitchell Park, and the rest were singles. He was their best player, Halimi, along with Hyde and Power.
And Ludies, we've got Redhead. That's not his name.
Yeah, it's his name.
That's his name. Redhead with 3.
Ex-Redhead.
Ex-Redhead. He's blonde now.
Yeah.
Murphy with 2 and a couple of singles there. McFarlane, Hickey, Anspach. And Delsar round out the best.
He'd be German, wouldn't he?
Anspach! I'd have to ask him.
No relation to the old wrestler X-Pac. There was one very big... Sharp. There's one very big win on the weekend, and this one probably relegates Houghton to Div 6 at best next year. They won't be playing finals, that's for sure. It was Ingle Farm, the Doggies. 21 goals, 17-1-43. Houghton Districts, 8 goal, 11-59. That's 84 points to the good for the Farm boys. And probably, let's just absolutely cement 3rd. with that win. It doesn't cement, so, you know, the door is still ajar, but I guess they win. They finish third.
Is that Brahma Lodge one behind?
Yeah, one behind, but Brahma Lodge with a superior percentage. Probably on the back of, I'm going to say your name again, Tim, on Timmy's constant kicking of goals. For Ingle Farm, Matthews kicked 7, Sumner kicked 3, as did Lynch and Sanderson and Ferguson. That's Jakey Ferguson, not Joel, like I said a couple of weeks ago. Best players were Sumner, Matthews, Spence, Nick Lynch and Zachariah Hancock.
And Howden, we've got Schneider with 3.
He'd be German.
He would be German. We've got Hall with 2 and a couple of singles there. Schneider, best player. McMurtry, Keach, Fitzgerald and Turner.
Yes, Nurse Dave Keach there in the best players, as per usual. He's had a consistent year, always a good leader for that club. Our last one, mate, Trinity are tough to beat at home, but the juggernaut that is West Croydon Hawks, impressive in everything they've done this year.
Undefeated still, I think, West Croydon.
Just had the one draw against Trinity at home, yep. So, and Trinity, 7 goals to 44. No match for West Croydon, 17-16, 118. That's a 74-point win there to West Croydon. But not just that, Tommy, for me, it's 33 scoring shots to 9. It's dominant.
Ali Vasali, I see they're kicking 4 goals. He's an ex-Portland Premiership player and Div 3 and 2 player, so they've just got him back, so he'll strengthen them even more now, so they'll be even harder to beat.
Probably pretty impressive. Lukey Woolcock's been their star this year. He also kicked 4, but then they've got 9 other individual goal kickers, so they're spreading it around.
Seems to be the case every week with them, I think, yeah.
And look at Stankel, he was playing, I think, centre-half back when we watched him at the live call, so obviously they're getting some run from defence, and they're hard to beat. Better players for West Croydon were Francis, Davies and Wilson.
And Trinity, no goal scorers there, but best players, McPhail, Peters, Zorich, Spur and Winning.
Winning and McPhail, always in the best players together. Love it. That's our 5 games for this week. And we've talked about the ladder already, but West Croydon will get the week off for the first week. Woody South will play either Brahma Lodge or Ingle Farm, pending the results this week. And it's the battle for 5th that's really interesting. So looking at the ladder, Fitzroy currently have it. It's theirs to lose. Trinity are half a game behind. Mawson Lakes, with a superior percentage to Fitzroy, could sneak in. Mitchell Park could come from the clouds and get 5th spot as well.
Crazy.
You'd suggest that the percentage of Houghton districts will prevent them from being able to get in there.
Yeah.
But they'll need to win to get out of the relegation zone.
Have to win, I guess, come down to round 18. It's surprising to see Adelaide Lutheran slipping that far back. I mean,
yes, congratulations to Adelaide Lutheran on now. It is official, you've won the Wooden Spoon.
Yeah. Did they get relegated last year as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so tough times at the moment for them.
Yep. Next year, all the talk around the traps is that there'll be 10 teams in Div 7, so they will be heading down, I'd suggest, along with one other club.
Yep.
This week's final round, and if you haven't been out to see your club, make sure you do get out to see your club. Before we do that, Timmy Aloisi going into the final round, 89 goals. Will they feed him? Or
that's a great effort, isn't it?
Certainly
he's
is.
kicked big bags before, so you wouldn't put it past him, would you? Depends who they're playing, I guess.
Well, it certainly does, though. Do you want me to tell you who they're playing? They're playing Adelaide Lutheran. They really... Do you know what? I reckon they're going to try and get... Even if he doesn't get the 11, they'll try and feed him as much as possible this week, so it's not an issue going into finals. If he's on 97, 98 going into finals, he's going to kick 2 or 3. And all year I said, I didn't think he'd quite get there, but I changed my mind. I think he will.
11's a big crack, though. But, yeah, he's a good player, and I can see him doing that.
Yep. Adelaide Lutheran, Brahma Lodge... 4th playing for a spot, and that's interesting as well, looking at Woody South Ingle Farm. So Brahma Lodge need to win this game for a real genuine chance to get the double chance. They'll be far too good for Adelaide Lutheran. Plenty to play for. That's our match of the round. We'll come back to it. West Croydon and Mitchell Park. Mitchell Park's so brave this year. They've hung strong, but they won't be any match for West Croydon. It'll be season over.
Nowhere near it.
No. Houghton and Fitzroy. Fitzroy get the dream draw. They're in the 5, I think, for the first time this week. And they go into round 18 playing 9th place. They should stay there, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm going to go Houghton.
In the upset as the spoiler?
Yeah, I mean, they've got everything to lose, Houghton, don't they? So they've got to go for it and he'll back him in.
If you're right, old Spidey, if your Spidey senses are correct, this next game, Mawson Lakes and Trinity, could be argued as the game of the round, because the winner of that game then, by default, will go... bang into... I'm not sure why I did that. Right on into the 5. But I'm saying it'll be Fitzroy, but you're saying Houghton, so if Houghton win, Mawson Lakes, Trinity at Mawson Lakes to make the finals with 6 wins.
Yep, I'm going to go for him. Mawson Lakes at home.
That's crazy talk, brother.
Yeah, it is.
And Woody South and Ingle Farm quite simply are playing for... Woody South get to play at home against Ingle Farm, and they get to choose their opponent for next week. They can throw the game and play Ingle Farm.
Yeah, if they want to.
If they want to play them too.
They'll win at home, they'll be too strong, I think.
I think they'll win at home, and they'll end up playing Brahma Lodge next week. What a huge weekend of round 18 in Div 6 is going to be. Get on out to your local clubs, and thanks for watching SA Footballer TV.
Bye.